Black Moon Lilith in Aries and personality traits. Do you feel like you are too much for people? Have you spent your life being told that your anger, your impulses, and your desire to put yourself first are dangerous? If you have Black Moon Lilith in Aries, your soul carries a deep, primal wound around the right to exist. You have been taught that your independence is selfishness and that your fire is destructive. But what if I told you that your rage is actually your greatest superpower? What if your anger is just your soul fighting for the space it deserves? The core wound, shame of identity. To understand this placement, we have to look at what Aries represents. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It is the I am. It represents the spark of life, the ego, the body, and the instinct to survive. When Black Moon Lilith, the point of exile and shame, sits in Aries, it means you were shamed early on for simply being you. Somewhere in your timeline, you learned that asserting your needs was bad. You might have been punished for being too loud, too aggressive, or too independent. The core wound here is a feeling that you have to ask for permission, just to take up space. You may feel a deep, subconscious fear that if you show your true, raw self, you will be rejected or physically threatened. Because of this, Lilith in Aries often creates a deep, simmering reservoir of repressed anger, because you feel you must constantly apologize for your own existence. The shadow, explosion versus invisibility. When this energy is repressed, the shadow usually swings between two extremes: explosion and invisibility. On one end, you have explosion. Because you suppress your natural assertive instincts, they build up like a pressure cooker. You might have moments of blind rage, burning bridges, or engaging in reckless, self-sabotaging behavior. You fight battles you don't need to fight because you constantly feel under attack. On the other end, you have invisibility. This is where you become terrified of your own power. You let people walk all over you. You lose your identity in relationships because you are terrified that being selfish makes you unlovable. You might suffer from headaches, migraines, or burnout because you are turning all that fiery Aries energy inward against your own body. The reclamation, the sacred warrior. The healed version of Lilith in Aries is the sacred warrior. Your path to healing requires you to reframe selfishness. For you, prioritizing yourself isn't a vice. It is a survival necessity. You are here to learn sovereignty. You reclaim this power by trusting your gut. Aries is instinct. If something feels wrong, it is wrong. You don't need to explain it. You just need to act on it. You must also make peace with your anger. Your anger is not a demon. It is a boundary. It is your soul's way of saying, this is not okay. When you channel that fire into passion, into advocacy, or into pioneering a new path, you become unstoppable. Practical integration. How do you work with this volatile, fiery energy? First, stop explaining yourself. When you say no, let it be a complete sentence. You do not owe anyone a justification for your boundaries. Second, move your body. Aries energy is physical. You cannot think your way out of this rage. You have to move it out. Engage in high-intensity exercise, martial arts, or even scream into a pillow to release the trapped energy. Third, do one selfish thing. Do something solely for your own pleasure or benefit without considering anyone else's opinion. Prove to your subconscious that the world will not end if you put yourself first. Lilith in Aries, the world doesn't need you to be polite. The world needs you to be real. Your fire is what lights the way for the rest of us. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Where in your life do you need to stop asking for permission?